Welcome back to Borak Bersama Maybank. Gold prices are nearing all-time highs, and at MIBB, we may have a stock idea that may benefit from this. So in today's episode, we're joined once again by our senior analyst Amirah Azmi to introduce her latest coverage under the Opportunity Plus product on a Malaysian pawnbroker called Borak Berhad. So Amirah, let's start off with the basics. Could you give the audience some background about the company and the space that they are operating in?
Okay, thanks. All right, so first, let me just give everyone a brief background on the Opportunity Plus brand. So it's basically a brand that was started back in Singapore, and now it have extended into Malaysia. So basically, this brand, it will focus more on IPOs, ACE listings, or actually whenever an opportunity rises, we will cover it under the Opportunity Plus brand. So Wellchip is listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia, and it's actually I would say it's quite recently listed, less than 1 year ago. To be specific, it was listed back in July of last year. So operationally, yes, they are a pawnbroker, but they do also have a retail and trading division as well. So to explain a little bit more on the business, so basically, their pawnbroking business, what they do is they give out loans to those that are underserved or those that are unserved by the traditional banking system. So, in order for Wellchip to give them loans, they exchange it with either gold or luxury watches. And for Wellchip case, they only accept Rolex as well as diamonds. So, and then meanwhile, for their retail business, what they do is they basically resell gold and jewelry pieces that are either sourced from manufacturers and wholesalers. They also sell those gold that were unredeemed from their pawnbroking business, or just basically people who are looking into to sell their valuables for cash. So if we look at their scale of operations, currently they have 23 pawn shops and 4 retail outlets, which are basically located close proximity to residential and commercial areas. And all of their current 23 pawn shops right now are all in Johor. So if we look at market share wise, in the Malaysia space, the market size is valued at an estimated of 3.1 billion ringgit. This is for year 2023. And Wellchip's market share is about 6.6% nationwide. However, if we just look into the state of Johor, they hold the biggest market share with 36% share in Johor.
Okay, thanks Amirah for the background. So only Rolex, I was about to bring my Casios.
Yeah, try
Okay,
again.
never mind, let's talk about financials and valuations. Tell us a bit on how fast the company has grown in the past and what are your expectations for future growth? And also, how does the company valuation stack up against the local competitors like Evergreen, Max Cash Capital, and Papa Jack?
Okay, so let's look at the company's track record first. So basically, revenue grew at a 2-year CAGR of 41.4% for FY21 to FY23. And this is mainly due to contribution from both its pawnbroking and retail and trading division. Gross profit trend is strong as well. However, they grew at a slower pace, 21.5% CAGR from FY21 to FY23. Gross profit margin also contracted by 13.5 percentage points from 51.5% in FY21 to 38% in FY23. So for the first 9 months of FY24, it tells a different story though. So the gross profit as well as the core net profit margins rose to 46.2% and 23% respectively. And moving forward, for future growth, we are forecasting a 3-year revenue CAGR of 5.7% for FY23 to FY26. So right now, if we look at valuations, Wellchip is currently trading well below the Malaysia peer average of about 18.8 based on annualized earnings, the first 9 months FY24 annualized earnings. And because of their direct peers, as you mentioned earlier, Evergreen Max Cash Capital, as well as Papa Jack, since they are unrated, we opt to benchmark Wellchip's fair value estimate against other non-bank financial institutions such as RCE Capital as well as Desa. But of course, with a premium of about 20%, given the fact that all of Wellchip loans are backed by valuable collaterals. So with that, we initiate coverage on Wellchip with a target price of RM1.39. This is pegged to 15.4 times PE on its FY25 EPS.
All right. Before we end this session, let's do a quick 3 reasons why investors should look into the stock as a potential investment.
All right. So for number 1, all of Wellchip's loan that they have given out, it is backed by gold. And all of this gold, they are in possession of those golds. And with the trend, the gold prices trend that has been on the uprising, literally, let's just say in an event of a default, they at any time can sell this gold. Okay, so second reason, operationally, they are doing better than its peers. Not only the valuation side, as I mentioned earlier, they are trading at a lower annualized PE. But operationally, if we compare them apple to apple between the 3 pawnbrokers that are listed on Bursa Malaysia, the numbers are better in terms of GP margin, the revenues per pawn shop, as well as their ROE. And lastly, the third reason why investors should look into Wellchip is the availability for cash. So basically, they are in a business of lending money to make money, right? So in order for them to grow, it's not just the number of shops that they intend to open. Most importantly is their availability of cash to give out as loans. So, and for Wellchip's case, they do have this cash in hand.
Great. So, I mean, just to recap again, it's one, basically, they do have physical commodities, which they can cash out. 2, the management in terms of all their financial, I mean, all the matrix looks also quite attractive. And finally, they are well capitalized in order for them to grow this business.
Correct.
All right. Thanks so much, Amirah. Aside to the audience, Amirah has initiated coverage on Wellchip with a buy rating and estimates the company's target price at RM139 per share. You can catch the full report in the Discover tab of your Maybank Trade MY app today. With that said, thank you for joining us on the show, Amirah. And that's all the time we have for today. Aside to the audience, if you are new to the markets and have an interest in trading stocks, structured warrants, or even futures, you can approach our sales representative at your nearest Maybank branch, and they will be more than happy to help you get started on this journey. We'll catch everyone in the next episode. But till then, this is Najib signing off.